Anyway, what am I talking about? That's enough filler. Let's talk about some summer updates. So, what I thought was quite funny and right off the bat is when I looked up the video for this summer update, this is what I found, and I was like, wait a minute, the runtime of this video is 33 minutes. Wasn't the summer update like an hour and a quarter? And then I suddenly realized where 45 minutes of the runtime went, which conveniently got cut out of the YouTube upload on the Street Fighter channel. Weird that. Really makes you think. Really makes you think. Anyway, let me turn the music off so that I can sort this shit out. You guys are going to have to let me know if this is way too loud because I haven't got my audio levels very well balanced for this browser source. Is this okay? Is this too quiet, too loud? It doesn't really matter about the audio anyway. You guys know what this is.
今回も皆様に次のタイトルアップデート情報を紹介していきますのでよろしくお願いします。
So right off the bat, I just want to say, like, personally, I'm more interested in Oro than the other two, but I'm going to be focusing mostly on Oro stuff that I noticed. I've rewatched this like a couple times, and there's a few bits that I'm going to go through. We love Fortnite.
そうですね。前回はオロのプレビューやアキラのティザーをご紹介しました。本日はこの2人の深掘りと違う角度からストリートファイターチームのコンテンツ開発の裏側を見ていただきたいと思います。ぜひお楽しみください。
I think for me the best announcement was the bit where they talked about the netcode and how it's going to be improved.
中山さん、まずはオロからですね。前回は簡単に技を見てもらいましたが、今回は V システム周り、実践性能を中心に紹介します。
So they already showed off his V skills and V triggers last time, but there's a lot more detail this time around.
まずはオロの V スキル、V トリガーを詳しく説明していきます。V スキル1、鬼火はスト3シリーズの野行玉と同じように山なりの軌道でゆっくり飛ぶ被弾を放つ V スキルです。被弾が発生するまでは遅いですが、出てしまえば戦闘に運びやすいので。
Here's what I can't figure out, right? Does anyone remember what the shortcut in YouTube is to go back like 10 seconds? Because I'm going to be jumping around a lot and I don't want to do it with like mouse controls. Does anyone remember what the key is for a 10-second forward and back? I think comma is 1 frame. Left and right arrows. Nice. So I can't tell, looking at this, like, it's hard to tell because it looks like one or two things is happening. Either the V skill 1 has way less recovery than the animation looks like, or you can cancel the recovery into other moves, because I'm convinced, like, when you see him do the V skill 1 here, it looks like it has this like massive recovery up at the end, but when he does it with the fireball here, it's like instant. Like the second it's out, you can see that, like, I'm gonna try and like pause it on the frame where so like the second the projectile is on screen, he's already in the startup of fireball. So I think either this V skill has way less recovery than it looks, and it's one of those V skills where it's like all startup, no recovery, or you can cancel into stuff during recovery, which I think makes it a lot better than I thought it was. Because I thought this V skill looked trash the first time I saw it. It might still be trash, I don't know. Fireballs haven't generally done well in this game, but it has a lot less recovery than it looks like. But there's a shitload of startups, so that's an issue. Yeah, so this is all new stuff. So the stand medium punch launch is standard, we knew about that. So this button here, I'm assuming that's stand medium punch, maybe forward medium punch, but this being a cancelable forward moving normal is good. I think this has got a lot of potential. But also it gives a juggle state, which is a lot of good things in once, because I think this has potential as like a long distance anti-air. Like obviously if someone's coming down right above you, you can use like crouch pierce or whatever. But if someone's jumping from like full screen, this could be a good anti-air, the forward medium punch or stand medium punch, whatever it is. Addy man, what's up? Oh yeah, also the The EX Fireball tracks like it did in Third Strike. That's kind of crazy. I don't know how strong the tracking is going to be, but having a homing Fireball is kind of crazy. Double jump mix-ups. Can't wait to throw my Rose while he picks his nose. I'm definitely not picking V-Skill 1 against Vega. No way. So it looks like he has an okay Fireball game, but I just don't rate Fireball zoning in this game at all. That's not what makes characters good in Street Fighter V. So you can use it for like chicken stomp like mix-ups, but we'll have to see like what the actual stuff is when that comes out. This is the V-Skill that I think is going to be the good one, because one thing about Oro that is very unexpected for anyone who's played him in Third Strike is how little he has in the way of overheads. So this V-Skill has two follow-ups, one which is, they describe it as being hard to punish, not safe. You got the overhead which you can link out of into a jab. So like that's basically Balrog's V-Skill 1. And you got this ender with the kick, which they say is where is it? Less vulnerable is the phrase they use. And they show that it can't be punished by Ryu low forward. But I mean, Ryu's crouch medium kick is like what, 6-7 frames, so it could still be like -4 easily. But it's the safer option out of it. But the thing is, like, the things that you'd expect Oro to have from previous games, which would be overheads, aren't overheads for some reason. His charge stand fierce, which is the 2-hit kind of like really slow stand fierce, a bit like Urian's, is not an overhead. And the little hop kick he has, which is universal overhead from Third Strike, is also not an overhead. So I actually don't know. As far as I know, Oro has no overheads at all without V-Skill 2. So and that's a big deal when you've got a V-trigger like the what's it called? Tengu stones. You need to have that mix-up potential. Oh, this is cool. This is a new thing. Target combo: stand medium kick, stand medium punch. That's new right there, or new in this trailer. Mysterious J, what's up? Yeah, the chop looks just like an overhead, but there's a part in one of the later trailers or gameplay bits where you see it get blocked crouching. But I think it is plus, and you can link off it, so it's very similar to Urian charged stand fierce. So there we see you can cancel and get a combo from crouch jab into the hit grab. So that means that Oro actually has a surprisingly high amount of specials, which he can combo off jabs from lights. You can do the DP, you can do the hit grab, and you can do that little kick as well. So you've got 3 combo enders off lights, but from what I can tell, from what I've seen so far, the Oki off all 3 of those doesn't look very good. But we'll see, that's just a guess. Yo, Simpson, what's up? Pro content creator in the house. Oh yeah, this is one other thing that I wanted to go through. So, they don't show it here. No, never mind. That's a later thing I was going to go through. But I think V-Skill 2 looks like the better one right now. And the homing ability on this EX5 was kind of surprising, because look, the timing that this Ryu player jumps is like standard Fireball jump timing. And you can see that it suddenly like arcs upwards immediately in response to the jump and anti-airs. So is the tracking on this EX5 ball so good that you can't jump it? And if so, that's very strong. No Evo? Did I not enter Evo? I registered and then I completely forgot Evo online was a thing and got DQ'd because I didn't check in because I forgot it was happening. My bad. My bad on that one. I kind of forgot. Oro can combo into throws without VT2, so is the VT2 only for damage and air throw? The hit grab, the one where he like slams you on both sides, the regular one that's a special is not a command grab, it's a hit grab. It's like Ibuki's Rider, so it's not actually a command throw. You can block it, or at least you could block it before. So this little hop kick, which I mentioned earlier, this is his universal overhead from third strike, but although it looks like it's hitting as an overhead there, it's actually not an overhead in this version. It does seem to be like designed to like jump lows, I guess is the reason you'd use it in neutral, but it doesn't look very good. We don't know the frame data on it, but not being an overhead is an issue. Unless you can space it to make it plus, that would be the situation that I would rate it, but it doesn't look amazing right now. Maybe corpse hop mix-ups, yeah, that's a good point. So VT1 is really straightforward. This is literally just like a standard command grab V-trigger. It's like Poison's VT2. You can either do a raw command grab or you can tack it on the end of combos for more damage. There's not much to say about this one. What I will say is the grounded command grab from this VT1 throws them to full screen, so you get no Oki whatsoever. But the air grab ender seems to leave you really close. It's like that one just chucks you to full screen. No way you're getting Oki there. But the air one does look like it gives you Oki. That's cheap. That is so cheap. I think the double jump is going to be one of those things where it's completely useless against some characters and fucking annoying against others. If you've got good DP anti-airs in this game, and you get juked by a double jump into a counter hit jump fierce, that's going to be painful, man. Double jumps already exist in this game, but none of them let you choose a direction. Like, Colleen has a double jump, and Fang has flight, but they have a fixed single direction. They both go forward. Colleen can't, like, neutral double jump or back double jump, so you don't really have to adjust for it. Yeah, it'll almost certainly be in a float state if you anti-air out of it, but as a way to bait, like, I think forward jump into back jump, just to kind of, like, you know, feel out what your opponent's doing on anti-airs is going to be a very useful strategy. Oh, so this is the first time we see... So this didn't happen in the previous trailer, but this is the first time we see the proper chicken loop. I thought chicken loop might be dead, but this is like standard third strike stuff. Medium punch, chicken hop, medium punch, chicken hop, DP. Which is cool. Slime Beherit, thank you for the follow. Falk can also alter her jump arc. She can't choose which direction she goes in though. She either has a jump or she goes down. She can't like jump and then go back or jump and then go forward.
Oh, I just got here.
Yo, Reichman, what's up? Greetings, welcome. Thank you very much for the 19-month resub. Hope you're doing well. Is this a broski character simply because of MP anti-air into big combo? You know me too well, SimSim. I am all about... For those who don't know, 99% of the reason that I picked up Dalsim in Season 1 was because I like characters with big damage anti-airs that get like full juggles off anti-airs. So that's part of the reason why I like what I've seen so far from Oro. Medium punch leading into like 400 damage meterless. Give me that. Give me that stuff. Alright, so this is VT2, this is Tengu Stone. You can't see the UI right now, but this is a 3-bar V-trigger. So... and the command grab is a 2-bar V-trigger, so they obviously think this one's much stronger. So this looks, in functionality, it looks quite similar to how Tengu used to work. Sort of similar to Rose's V-trigger, with the shadows where everything becomes plus 5,000. This is cool. So we speculated about this during the spring update. They mentioned that you can get like special rare items appearing in the Tengu stones, but they were kind of vague on the way they worded it. But now they're like specifically saying like the Tengu stones, you can the unusual items have unique properties. So like the Blanca one inflicts like an electricity status, which might do more damage or hit stun or something unusual. This one's really weird. Okay, this is the one I need to talk about. This is the one that I went back and rewatched the footage a few times. So in this Tengu Stone combination, the book, which you can sort of see up here, for some reason this book administers the ice status, which you'd recognize from like Colleen or Gil doing the ice status, which usually in this game the ice status works in a way that is completely contradicted by this trailer. So I'm very curious to know what's going on here, because here's what happens. Okay, he gets the hit by the Stand Fierce and then gets hit by the ice status, but the ice status almost instantly disappears, which is not how the ice status works for Gil or Colleen. It's permanent until you get hit. You will be iced until you get hit or you get stunned. But like almost immediately it gets overwritten by the next hit. So I don't think this actually is the ice status, even though it looks like it. Yeah, I would assume this is just like extra stun or extra damage. But the visual effect of like the white ice effect hitting like that, I don't think that's what it is, because again, here we go. Removed instantly. The next hit instantly removes the ice status, which is a little bit depressing. Because when I first saw this, I was thinking, oh shit, if Oro can apply the ice status, maybe you can do retributions. Like, I was thinking maybe if you do that, and then hit someone with a fireball, you might get retributions with Oro. Because I think about stuff like that, but I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. So this was the other thing people weren't sure about. In Third Strike, you could do the EX version of the super to get more stones out. And it's hard to adjust the mechanic like that for Street Fighter V, because you've only got like one fixed V trigger length. So the way they've done it is that if you press down and V trigger, you get the 5-stone Tengu rather than the 3-stone Tengu. But it depletes the timer much faster, which makes sense. So you get more hit stun and better juggles out of each Tengu usage, but they consume way more of the timer. It's also worth mentioning there's a ton of items in the Tengu Stone rotation which we don't know what they do still. There could be other unique properties that we have no idea about. The only ones we've seen in the trailer, I think, is the ice one from the book and the electricity from Blanca-chan. So they give like an example combo here of the... That's so cool. I love this shit. And then it spins around at the end. I love this shit. I just like this. I like any combo in Street Fighter V which lets you do a re-jump in the middle. This is a thing that a few characters can do. Seth can do this with VT2. If you can do a jump in the middle of a combo, oh, I live for that shit. Give me that plus 30 on hit advantage situation. I'm all about that. Yeah, Manat's got that. There's a few characters that can do that. Meaning Akira for sure. And before he has a Fang poison item, that's the dream. Give me that unscaled poison damage. A lot of his Third Strike combos, you could do stuff like that. You could do like extended ground combos, but it was hard and usually not optimal. The problem with Tengu Stone as a combo tool in Third Strike is that most of the combo routes will literally just like find a way to launch and then keep hitting them with the stones until it runs out. Like just whiffing a normal, and then hitting with the stones 10 times in a row. Pretty boring. Yo, Kanza, what's up? Can I have a hug? You can hug yourself and imagine it's me. So yeah, they show off a few different activations here. So there's the beach ball, and there is the, what's the other one? I'm trying to remember what the unusual items are. You've got the beach ball, and we know what Blanca-chan does. And there's also the Steam Deck, which we also have no idea what that does when that hits either. The only ones we know about are the book and Blanca-chan. So again, this is what I was talking about earlier, like, what do you guys think? Is this just insanely fast recovery on the V-Skill 1, or can you cancel the recovery into the hop? Because look how quickly, I'm gonna go, whoa, hang on. I'm gonna go like frame by frame here. Look how quickly the V-Skill 1 here turns into the hop kick on startup. So there's like 5,000 years of startup frames. So I think this is like probably the first active frame is about here. And then I think he's already recovered. Because look that transition from stand to crouch there looks like he's already recovering. So I genuinely think this V-Skill has like no recovery once the fireball's out. The other question actually is, does the fireball disappear if Oro gets hit? That's another question. Because look, that's recovery. He's gone into a crouch state there. So I don't think he is cancelling into a special. I think it's just got a mad fast recovery.
実はこの2つのスト5オロのバトルに組み込んでいます。この点も踏まえつつ、オロの実戦パフォーマンスを
Let's check out Oro in battle. So in this match, we get to see the worst costume in the game, which is nice. This ugly piece of shit. I will never be using this costume, assure you. Buff Rose? Absolutely. You guys reckon there's gonna be balance patches, a balance patch with the Oro and Akira stuff? Crouch Fierce looks like a really good anti-air. I'm really like I like characters a lot who have crouching buttons as their anti-air. It's much easier to use a crouching button anti-air. Like Poison Crouch Fierce is a good example, but like Oro's quite small, and the arc that the other Oro is coming down at looks quite steep, like right on top of him. And this Crouch Fierce, like, although the attack looks like it's hitting forward, it's more of like a forward moving anti-air. The fact that they're still anti-aired cleanly from above looks really strong. I think this is going to be the anti-air that you use when you want the consistent anti-air. And then I think medium punch is the one that you use when you want the damage, but it's a bit less reliable. Because there's a point later on in the trailer where medium punch trades. But this is never seen trading on an anti-air. Oro is going to be a free matchup for Manat. I don't see how he gets in. Depends if the reflect works against V-Skill 1. She can't. V-Skill 1 doesn't reflect everything. That's a big factor. So here's another thing I mentioned earlier. The charge stand fierce here. Although this has all the hallmarks of an overhead, it's actually not. It's just plus on block, I think. This looks like a good button. You see this about 10,000 times during the trailer. Crouch strong. Where is it? This button here. I think this is probably going to be his best poke from like that distance, because it looks like it's got a nice long range, and also it's special cancelable. So I think this is going to be like an important button. Nice pose, by the way. Is it confirmed that Oro's DP is a charge move? I haven't seen any input lists for Oro from like official sources, but it's always, I think it'll probably be charge moves for the fireball and the uppercut. I tried to do frame counts on a couple of normals because I'm always curious about frame counts. It's not very efficient to use like YouTube footage to try and figure out how many frames the startup moves have, because what can happen is that if the game footage and the output render are like on a different frame count, you can end up with weird situations where like a move will have one more or one less frame than it actually does based on the way that the footage has rendered it, because like certain frames might be doubled. So it's hard to get frame counts with this stuff. But from what I can tell, the normal that I looked at was his crouch medium kick. Because having a good special cancelable crouch medium kick in Street Fighter 5 is a huge deal. This thing. So unfortunately, I did do multiple counts of this move because I like special cancelable crouch medium kicks. I think this is 8 frame startup, which is unfortunate in this game. The difference between a good low forward at like 6 frames and an 8 frame low forward is huge in Street Fighter V. Like, I can't stress enough. Those 2 extra frames on a low forward are everything in this game. It's the difference between getting crush counted and winning neutral. So I'm a little bit concerned about that button. Oh, so this is where we see the sick combo. This is what got me hyped. Of all the things that we saw in this reveal, this got me more hyped than anything, because I am a fan of anti-air combos. So he comes down with jump fierce and gets beaten clean by the stand medium punch or back medium punch, whatever this is. Goes into jump fierce. Now this is unusual because in the previous trailer, in the spring trailer, if you go back and watch, this jump fierce in this exact same situation, it air reset. It did not pick up a juggle. The combo ended at jump fierce. But in this, you get another stand strong chicken into DP. And that is a nice chunk of damage. How much damage does that do? Let me have a look. So like for an anti-air off a medium punch with no meter spent, that is a nice chunk of damage. That's probably more than Dhalsim can do off Anvil meterless. Dhalsim only gets good anti-air juggles off Anvil with bar. It's pretty nice. I like characters that can ruin your life for jumping. And imagine how much longer this combo would be if you had like either V trigger active. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Looks like they're making the S5 characters strong right out of the gate for balance purposes. I'm not sure I would agree with that, given that Dan and Rose both suck. I know I'm not supposed to say that, but they are both very weak characters, in my opinion. That does nice damage. Like, I think that's crouch jab, heavy DP. The DP seems to do a lot of damage. Broski, you don't have much time. It's an ominous statement. Is my heart attack about to kick in? But like that's for I think it was what, jump medium kick starter from this? Hang on, let me have a look. What was the jump in starter here? So this is, oh okay, so it's jump heavy kick. But still, like jump heavy kick into jab special. I think this is above average damage for a situation like that. Matt Edwards is en route with a baseball bat. Matt, please don't hurt me. I take back everything bad I said. The netcode's brilliant. Oh yeah, so this is a very minor point, but anyone who's played Oro in Third Strike will know this, and it's an odd quirk of that character. In Third Strike, both of Oro's throws, his forward throw and his back throw, side switch you. So if you have the opponent in the corner and you throw them, you will always throw them out the corner. It's not physically possible to forward throw and keep that same side with Oro in Third Strike. I knew they would, but it's glad that we have confirmation. He now has an actual forward throw that throws you forward. Losing the corner on every throw in Third Strike was kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah, that's the forward throw. So this is nice. We see this a couple times. The using the hop kick to escape the corner. This might have some potential. This reminds me a lot of Bison. Obviously, it's not as good as like EX Head Stomp, because EX Head Stomp can like fake you out and come down with EX Devil's Reverse. But at least having the option to escape the corner is nice. And this is a cute little combo. And then just finish it with the command grab. And this is a nice combo as well. This is another reason why in my opinion, I was saying that I think V-Skill 2 looks like the superior one. This is another reason why. Because after this EX kick, which seems to be his basic like 1-bar starter, because it's like a launcher, it seems like you can cancel this into both V-Skills. If you cancel it into V-Skill 1, then you get like the orb set up safely. But if you cancel it into V-Skill 2 like he does here, you get the kick follow-up and then you get DP. And that's a nice chunk of damage for 1 bar. Because you also build some V gauge out of that, so I think that's another reason why V skill 2 looks good. If you don't have V skill 2, the only extension you get there is like forward medium punch into the kick special. I like that his fireball is nice and slow. A slow moving fireball in Street Fighter 5 is a good thing. The slower the better, in my opinion.
Why is this dreaded game on my screen?
Yo, Shiv, thank you very much for the resub, man. Why is this dreaded game on your screen? I don't know. I can only apologize for putting this ugly character in this ugly game on your feed. Wait, tier 3? Tier 3? Again? Nah, Shiv, thank you very much. That's very kind. The second tier 3, you know. Appreciate that. If you don't know about this guy, Shiv, thank you very much. Twitch is lying to me. This special is nice. It doesn't give Oki the hit grab, but one thing that I do like about it is its side switches. Having a special in Street Fighter 5 that side switches is really good, because corner momentum is everything in this game. If you can side switch in a combo, that is automatically like a really good thing. He doesn't seem to get good Oki off the hit grab, but if I can land a hit with my back to the wall and put you in the corner, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So that's good damage. Bearing in mind, this is from an overhead starter. This is overhead, crouch jab, EXDP. It's pretty nice. I think this is going to be his go-to pressure normal as well. Where was it? Stand medium kick. This looks like a pretty standard like plus on block medium. Where is it? Right here. This is like, you know, every character has a normal like this. I'm sure this is going to be like +2 and leave you in throw range. That's like standard Street Fighter 5 stuff. Akuma stand medium kick. It's not quite as long as that, but also his is minus. And he's got, yeah, and you got the target combo into medium punch for the launcher. This combo ender is a little bit shit looking. I think this is meant to be like your safe buffer. This reminds me a lot of Seth. This buffer here. Okay. Crouch medium kick into the light kick. So this doesn't do almost any damage. It doesn't even knock down. But I think it's one of those moves that's like, I'd assume this is going to be like -8, -9 on block, but leave you super far away. So it's going to be like unpunishable at range. So to me this is like very similar to something like Seth doing crouch medium kick into light spin kick. Is Oro a charge character? We don't know for sure, but it seems likely that his uppercut and his fireball are charge and the kick is a motion. I think that's what it is. Oh, this is one thing that I saw no one point out. His stand jab looks fucking horrendous in terms of range, which leads me to believe it's probably a 3-frame. He whiffs it at like one point here. Where is it? There. This piece of trash looking Gil tier normal, I'm going to guess is his 3-frame. Because there's no other excuse for this otherwise. Where is it? I can only assume this is a 3-frame. Where is it? Did I miss it? Huh? Oh, there it is. Okay. This fucking normal. Look at that. Look at the state of this jab. Look at the state of this fucking jab, dude. If this is a 4 frame, that is painful. I mean, even as a 3 frame, this doesn't look like it's going to be very good, but like, Jesus Christ. Let me do a frame count on this thing. Hang on. I think this is probably a 3 frame. With a range like that, it's got to be a 3 frame. So I think this is like 1, 2, 3, I think. Again, it's not like scientific to do frame counts on YouTube videos, because it could be 3, it could be 4. You don't know how the renderers fucked the source footage. But I'm going to assume this is a 3 frame. And also that it's probably going to be one of the worst 3 frames in the game. It's very reminiscent of Gil crouch jab. So there we see that the charge stand fierce is special cancelable, which is cool. And the uncharged version is too, actually, which is nice. Activates the Tengu. Does not a lot. The level of gameplay happening here is not the best, but we do get to see a cool combo here, which is nice. So how does this start? It's just raw. I do like this the idea here that once you've got Tengu Stone active, it looks like you can literally just throw out a hop kick in neutral, and if it hits, you get a full combo. And I imagine if this is blocked, the stones make it safe or even possibly plus. So like, I like any character who once they activate V trigger just gets to skip neutral. That's a very Street Fighter 5-y thing. If you have a move that you can just throw out once you've activated V trigger and be safe or plus. That's always nice.
中山ディレクター、オロの紹介ありがとうございました。
I wonder why Tengu doesn't do anything with his crouching jab. What do you mean? Wait, did that? Hang on. There wasn't a crouch jab in that combo. It was a juggle. Huh? What do you mean? Before that? Wait. So he activates like here. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you're right. I hadn't noticed that. So he does stand medium kick, and then the stones activate, but he was in V reversal. And then does crouch jab here. And wait, did the stones attack, but they just missed? Hang on. It's hard to tell because he forward dashes. I can't tell if the stones move forward because of the dash, or that was like the stones moving because of the jab. Not sure about that one. Yeah, it's also possible there's a cooldown between successive uses. That was another thing in Third Strike. Like you couldn't just like endlessly use the stones. They have like a returning cooldown between uses. Oh god. Hang on.
Bro, I don't even care about being the best in
Let me,
America.
where was the end of this segment?
I'm the best in the world.
I'm glad they announced Street Fighter League EU. I'm glad that was the thing that happened.
We are excited to come back.
Yeah, skip that eat sports stuff. Yo, Raps, what's up?
今回はより詳しく見ていきましょう。今回はアキラの新しいステージ、ライバルリバーサイドを作成しま
I
した。
pretended I understood my boss requests and now I'm lost in a huge ass research and I don't know how to
夕
do
焼
it.
けに照らされた
What do I do?
煙突が見えます。
Fake it till you make it. Still no free U
近
League.
くにはアキラのチームメイト。
I think one thing about the SFL stuff is if you look at the team listing, one of the teams in there is Vodafone Giants. So that is Vega Patch's team. I think Problem X, his sponsor is Mouse Sports, but I think Mouse Sports is partnered with Vodafone Esports. So I think both Vega Patch and possibly Problem X are going to be on that Vodafone team. And also Nordavind are an EU team. But the thing is, what they're going to do probably is they're going to pad out the teams with American players that have got EU players. Because I don't think either of those teams have enough players of their own to like fill out a whole squad. They've only got like 1 or 2 players. So it's going to be like, they tried to do this last time, but they couldn't because of COVID. But I imagine it's going to be like, maybe like Vega Patch, Problem X, and then like, you know, 2 American players that get scouted to fill up the numbers. So there is more EU representation in this SFL, but god damn it, give us a proper SFL in Europe. We have an Evo champ over here. We've earned the right. How many Americans have won Street Fighter V Evo? It's not many.
それではアキラのゲームプレイデザインを見ていきましょう。ジャスティス学園シリーズからの登場となるアキラ。
I'm not gonna stop on the Akira stuff much because I don't care about this character right now. If there's anything that interests me, I'll point it out. But like, man, I'm not about this character. No, Punk hasn't won Evo. No Americans have won Evo in Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 5. It's Capcom Cup that they've won. This is what scares me about Akira. This is what scares me, not as someone who wants to play Akira, but as someone who doesn't want to play against Akira. This fucking low forward. Did you see the range on this fucking special cancelable low forward? Some cursed normal. Her crouch medium kick is long in range and can be cancelled into various special moves. This kind of scares me a little bit. That is the most Cammy crouch medium kick I've ever seen in my life. In fact, I'm pretty sure that is just Cammy. Isn't that Cammy's animation just recycled? It looks very similar to Cammy low forward. And Cammy low forward is a cursed button. Broski Chet whispers. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hang on. What the hell is going on? If this is like a Ligma thing, I'm going to be upset. Oh, okay. I see. I understand. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But I won't say it, obviously, because I don't want to breach NDAs and whatnot. Whisper these nuts. She's got a lot of specials, this character. This looks like a good button. Look at the range on this stand roundhouse. That's crazy. If this thing, I think this reminds me a lot of how Colleen's back heavy kick used to be before it was nerfed. If it's like that, it's gonna scare the I'm gonna get crush countered by this thing all day, every day. Look at that range, man. That is wild. The one with the sweep. So it beats that clean. He whiffs sweep from a long way away. Half screen stand roundhouse. So her basic combo ender, I think, is that the shoulder charge. The corner carry on this looks kind of crazy. Medium, shoulder, but she goes like half screen during it. I do have to say, like, credit where credit is due, right? Capcom's animation team, ever since they started adding those little like post animation flourishes, which you don't usually see outside of these trailers, are so cool. You don't see these because they don't happen in regular matches because you don't let go of the stick. But like when she does the EX, this EX rush lunge thing, that little like animation where she spins her arms around back into a pose and then brings them back down again is sick. I like that stuff. It gives the characters more of a definable like feeling to them.
攻撃回数は変更されていますが、コンボや転生に
So she's got these like 2 spin kicks. I'm very scared of the possibility of both of them being lows. Because I don't want to have to block a crouch medium kick into a low special. I'm going to get opened up by that all day if that's the case. If they are lows. This is interesting. So she seems to have a completely unique mechanic where, or I don't know if you can call it a mechanic, but the advantage on certain specials changes depending on whether your opponent is standing or crouching. So like this shoulder, she does medium shoulder on a crouching opponent, and then she gets the link into crouch jab uppercut. That's cool. I like this idea of like being rewarded for not just hit confirming, but also stand or crouch confirming. That's cool.
もちろん相手の状態を問わず狙えるコンボもありますが、状況に応じて必殺技を使いこなすことができれば
Ah, look at this combo. What is that?
使いこなすことができれば
This is off a jab starter. That's what's crazy about this combo, right? This is stand jab into a target combo, into the 2-up kicks, into EX lunge, EX uppercut.
一気に相手の体力を奪うことができる強力なキャラクターに
I said I wouldn't speculate on like how strong characters are tier-wise,
V スキル1
but man,
高連星は
I'm not going to be surprised if Akira is strong. Let me just put it that way. She definitely looks stronger than Aura right now.
どこにコンボが狙えるようになります
Oh, I hate this. The moment I saw this, I cringed, because there's one part of it where they explicitly showing that this move completely fucking bodies anti-air normals. And if there's one thing that I hate in Street Fighter, it's jump-in moves that are designed to be anti-airs. This made me so sad.
後悔は一時に相手が壁にバウンドするようになります
Oh, this EX Kiko Kai, the fucking size of the hitbox on this thing. It's not really obvious right now, but when they go to the match footage and you see that, look at this fucking character, man. This is like 2/3 screen distance, and she just like obliterates you with this rapid EX special that goes straight through fireballs and then wall bounces if she has the thing up. The shotgun. I'm gonna love trying to play neutral with Dowsum against this character and just having my limbs shot in half by the EX palm blast or whatever the fuck we're gonna call this thing, Kiko Kai.
相手の飛び道具を消しながら攻撃できる性能になるので
Man, full combos. How far apart are they? Nearly full screen, full combo into wall bounce. Disgusting character. But this is the one that upset me. More than anything in the trailer, this is the part that upset me. I'm just like getting like flashbacks or flash forwards of every single time that I'm going to try and anti-air this cursed character. Like this. Like you see this Ryu player has correctly reacted to the fact that Akira's jumped and you've just died. Ground bounces off air to airs? What is this privileged character? Ground bounces don't even exist in this fucking game, but Akira invents new mechanics.
V スキルに数点打は相手を打ち上げる打撃技です
This thing, I'm not sure about. It looks cool. You get this whole aerial rave stuff from rival schools. Like, I get that it's a rival schools reference, but I don't really see the advantage of this V skill, if I'm being honest. Like, it's combo filler. As far as I can tell, I don't see any like use for that this V skill outside of punishes. And if the choice, for me, if the choice of V skills is between utility and combos, I will almost always choose the utility one. I don't see any real use for that outside of combos. But I could be wrong, this is all just speculation. Don't get me wrong, the combo looks cool. The aerial rave stuff does look neat, but right now for me, the one that charges up her other special, the V skill 1, looks better to me. I'm not going to talk much about Akira. He lied as naturally as he breathed. What do we think about the V triggers? I mean, this one, the VT1, this one's basically just Nadeshiko on crack. But, I don't think this looks as good as people think it does. In my opinion, I saw some people say like, oh, this is like Nadeshiko, but you get a crumple and then a second hit, so it's like even better than Nadeshiko. But the reason Mika's V-Trigger 1 is so strong is because she is a grappler. It's not because of the fact that it's just like you get an assist. It's because she has the threat of command grab and her neutral is kind of whack. So a V-Trigger that gets her in for free from basically anywhere is powerful because of her toolset. As far as I know, unless I'm wrong here, Akira has no command grab. So unless she has some sort of fucked up left, right, high, low mix-up she can set up with this, it doesn't look as good to me as Nadeshiko, just based on the character's toolset. It's like a sort of like fusion of Mika VT1 and VT2. She has an overhead. I saw the overhead in one of the clips. Where was it? I think it was around here. Yeah, so she's got this cartwheel. I'm assuming this cartwheel is an overhead, but I don't know for sure. And it's hard to see what she's doing because Daigo's in the way. But to me, this doesn't look that scary. Watch me eat my words as I get opened up by this 10,000 times in a row, but it's not the fastest overhead I've ever seen. This looks slower than most overheads, probably on purpose. And she explicitly, like, does a handstand and swings her legs around, so I think the animation is quite distinct. I don't know if that's going to be that hard to block, but we'll see. Yeah, I would say Minat's overhead is a good comparison. This is cool. You know what I was saying earlier that I love? One of my favorite kinds of things in combos in games is re-jumps. Both Oro and Akira have it, because Daigo crumples, so you get the jump medium kick here. The VT2 is, I have no idea. Until this is one of those V triggers that could be like S+++ tier or Z tier entirely based on the frame data. Until we know the exact numbers on like all of the enders on this V trigger, I have no idea if it's good or not. It's a numbers game, this one. To me, it looks like Karen VT1 if Karen had an ender that was plus that was also a block string, which could be very strong, but I don't know. Sounds like Broski is an Akira main. Nah, I'm all about Oro right now. This is cool. What was this about? They barely even talked about this. There's just like one line of dialogue, but like what is going on here? So she's got like an ender, which goes into a special cinematic. Again, without knowing how much damage that does, it's impossible to know if it's good or not. The stance cancelling to throw is cool. That's a cool combo. I have my Oro name ready. You know, I knew Bolt Strike was going to play Oro. I think that there's so many things in this game where I can always predict exactly who's going to like the character the same as me. Like, think about it. The 3 people so far, including myself, who I've seen who are looking forward to Oro is me, Bolt Strike, and Nemo. Now, what do those 3 people all have in common? We all like Gil. And we all hate Gil in equal amounts. I could tell you were going to like Oro because I like Oro. What did you all think? Yo, Fourfills, what's up? This is your character, huh? You're going to become an Akira main, yeah? Jesus Christ. Look at this combo. It is worth mentioning though that in this combo, some of the combos I think oversell themselves a little bit because it's not obvious until you like look at the details, but this combo here is using 100% V trigger and also it required her to charge V skill 1 beforehand to get that wall bounce. So the combo goes on forever, but it is using a shitload of resources. I also like old men. Noted Gen main. What if Oro is worse than Gil? Not possible. It is possible. I don't know. I'll go back to playing Seth. Or Sin. Oh yeah, did you guys see that Akira has like 15 costumes right out of the gate? Waifu power. This looks like a good buffer. We need to know the frame data on this thing, but this this little like palm fireball thing, if this is safe on block, it's really good. I don't know if it is. I don't think we see it get punished in this footage. Maybe we do. But like, considering this buffer seems to connect off max range low forward, if this is safe, having a safe buffer off a crouch medium kick that long is very strong. Yeah, it could be -4, but even then, if it's -4, that would be okay, because there's not many things that are going to reach from that far. Have fun with the Sakura matchup, though. Let me do a frame count on that low forward. I want to see how fast that thing is. Because I said earlier, but like the make or break factor of a crouch medium kick in this game is like, is it 6 frames, 7 frames, or 8 frames? That's everything. Okay, that's it. So I was saying earlier, you can count frame by frame, which is what I'm going to do now. But it's not a very scientific way of doing things. So the number that I get from this could be like 1 frame more or less than it actually is. So I think the neutral stance ends like here. I think that's the first startup frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I got 1 too many frames at the start. So I think this is probably a 7 frame low forward. I'm guessing that's 7 frames. But I could be wrong. It could be 8, it could be 6. But I think that's a 7 frame low forward. This is another thing about the VT1 which I'm not sold on. I'm not sure I rate the VT1 because mid-screen, the second hit seems fucking useless mid-screen. Because look, he calls... The mid-screen call comes down. Daigo comes down. And then, like, immediately he's just attacking nowhere because the fight has progressed to a different part of the screen. It's not like Mika, where the VT2, the second hit, tracks. He just explodes wherever he is at that time. Oh, this is cool. This is a thing that not many characters can do, but it's strong if they can. If your anti-air normal is special cancelable past the first frame, being able to special cancel off anti-airs is very useful because it means that you can set up situations like this, where I'm assuming if he didn't get EXDP'd, I'm assuming that's plus. The meaty fireball. Oh, this is, I didn't expect this. So this forward moving stand fierce, or forward fierce, whatever this button is. This button here, not only is it a crush counter, that thing that travels like half screen, not only is that a crush counter, it's a crumple state crush counter. Usually in this game, traditionally, if a normal travels that far, that fast, and it has a crush counter, it'll usually be like a knockdown or a spin state, where you get like dash jab. But she goes straight into medium punch on the crumple and doesn't get knocked down, so that looks very strong. Does anyone have a fucking clue what this is all about? This is a mystery to me. What is going on with Akira's V reversal? I have a single question. What is this V reversal? The screen doesn't go dark, and there doesn't seem to be any freeze. she just goes straight into the V reversal. This is like a completely unique V reversal. It works like Mika's. It's like Mika's. No, the thing is, Mika's V reversal does go into a fixed animation on hit, but she does still like darken the screen, and there is like the usual V reversal freeze. It functions like a V reversal. This is the only one in the entire game which doesn't have that screen freeze effect. So I don't think it's because it's not finished, because I mean Akira's coming out in like a week's time. This is a completely unique V reversal. I think there's more going on here than meets the eye. If I had to hazard a guess, here's what I'm going to guess. This is going to be my theory about this V reversal. It's actually a grab, not a hit grab. It's an actual true grab. But it has no freeze at the start. It just goes straight into it without any like pause. That's going to be my guess. Oh, this is so cursed. Can we talk about this fucking character some more? I know I said I wasn't going to talk about Akira. This mix up. So she has the wait, does she even have the V skill charged before this? Wait, I forget. Wait, hold on. Okay, yeah. So you do need to charge the V skill 1 to get this, but so she dashes in, which obviously is a bait for delay tech. So you see them dashing in your face, you press delay tech, instant air, EX fireball, whatever the fuck this thing's called, which beats your delay tech, and crumples you, and she can link stand fierce off it. Bearing in mind that not 6 months ago, Capcom fucking deleted Seth's axe kick for doing this exact thing, and getting like jabs off it. And now they're letting fucking Akira get stand fierce off the same concept. That is hideous. I've been over the Oro stuff, but I'm going to do more Oro stuff later when they do the... there's an Oro versus Akira match at the end of this, so I'll do that as well. Yeah, her walk speed looks really good too. Honestly, I think this character looks very strong. Cool back throw. What's this stand short? It looks like a good button. So you just wake up, stand, light kick. That's a pretty scuffed animation, but that could be a good button as well. That looks a bit like Sakura stand light kick in range, and it's special cancelable. And again, oh, okay. So my theory about it being an actual grab, not a hit grab, is dead already, because that was a blocked V reversal. Right there, blocked V reversal. So, I have no fucking clue what's going on with that V reversal, but there's something unique to it. There's something unique to it, I'm convinced. I don't think it's just the stage. I think there's something about Akira's that's different. And then you get the CA. I gotta be honest, not a fan of the CA animation. It doesn't have that nice, like, visceral, heavy hit feel to it. Feels a bit lightweight to me. Angrod, what's up? Look at the amount of costumes this character has. Fucking waifus, man. Look at the state of this character. Look at this. She's launching with no less than 5 costumes. Dalsim has been in the game since February 2016 and he does not have this many costumes. This is waifu power right here. Oh yeah, also notice how they padded out the costumes with the tracksuit for... Like, but Oro's is just the tracksuit. But, I mean, she's got the tracksuit as well. But I think Akira's looks more like an actual, like, curated costume. Like, they put effort in. You can see, look. They knew exactly what they were doing with Akira's costume. Look at the amount of time and effort that has been put into the modeling should we say, compared to Oro, who just got like the generic jacket. Just throw it on him, we don't care. The story costume's nice though. I like the Hawaiian shirt man costume for Oro.
まだ入手されていない方はぜひ開発チームの愛情がね詰まったコンテンツをチェックしてください。
That's so funny. I like how the premium pass comes with 100,000 fight money. Is there a single person in the entire universe who is like, yes, 100,000 fight money with that costume, let's go? Oh yeah, tournament mode. I forgot they announced this. You think any tournaments are going to use this?
Make your move. I'm sorry. Show me a real attack.
Broski, you're on my team. Let's go. Team honest zoners. Dalsum and Manap duo. Yeah, I'll give it a try. I'll happily test this game mode. Oh yeah, I didn't mention this earlier, but both of Akira's V-triggers are 2 bars, I think.
こちらも8月16日同時にリリースいたします。友達同士とか道場のメンバーももちろんなんですから、コミュニティでね、
Try it out with the dojo members. Remember dojos? Remember that feature that was added and then forgotten instantly? Classic. Wait. Oh, this video is missing stuff. Hang on. So this has got... Let me just quickly zap forward to the... So this is the Luke trailer. I don't know what to make of Luke, honestly. I have no idea what I think of this character. Obviously, all the people who are obsessed with Street Fighter lore were losing their minds about how this is a character from, That was really funny, that everyone was like, I figured it out. Luke is a character from Capcom Fighting Jam, or whatever it was. They were like, I'm a lore expert, trust me. This is this guy from this cancelled game. And then it turned out that it wasn't at all, they just shared the name Luke. I don't have much to say about the Luke trailer. I mean, he looks cool, I guess. He animates nicely. I like the fact that the trailer ends with the full screen punch rush. This is the most anime shit ever. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing to say. I don't know what to make of that character. Tell me, chat. Tell me. Should I be excited for Luke? I don't know. Most KOF shit ever. Hope he gets nerfed day one. Alright, let me, it's not in this footage, so let me, find the other Oro gameplay. Oh, excuse me. Shit, which one is it? I can't believe I'm having to use these stupid, like, content scraping accounts. Whoever's in charge of the Capcom Fighters account needs to figure out how to do search engine optimization, because when you search, like, Oro gameplay, the first 20 results are, like, non-Capcom sources. Wait, is this the same one I watched? I think there's 2 different Oro clips. Okay, this is the one I watched earlier. Never mind. Where's the other one? There we go.
This is happening live before our very eyes, by the way.
Oh god, I remember why this isn't included.
First time seeing it.
I was wondering why this wasn't included with the main Capcom Fighters video, and I suddenly realised.
So let's get it started. Oro versus Akira. We're seeing the set 1-1 with Oro. And we're seeing
Oh man.
skill 2 and V-trigger 1 from the side of Akira.
Now you already see. Akira
Did they never switch to a full screen feed? Hang on.
She has an EX option as
There we
well.
go.
Gets the crush.
There's not much, I think, from this to go through in this clip.
Medium punch is coming out from Oro. It's a trigger activation, but can he make anything of it? The big sweep for the punish against Oro. Coming
Yeah,
in hot now.
Yagadama.
I think this was the first round is mostly just like Akira focused, so there's not a whole lot to talk about. Oh, this button here. This is one button of Oro's which I think looks really good in terms of gameplay, but also terrible in terms of animation. His stand short. Now this, if any Cody players are in chat, you know what we think about Cody's stand light kick, right? It's a fucking amazing button from a gameplay perspective, and it's one of the ugliest fucking things ever put in the game from a visuals perspective. And that is what we're looking at right now. I think this button, yeah, this is an NRS button. This button looks fucking amazing from a gameplay perspective. From an animation perspective, I'm gonna claw my fucking eyes out. Because it's special cancelable. This is a special cancelable button. They don't special cancel it right there, but it is special cancelable. You see stand medium kick, stand light kick at one point. I think it's more forgivable for Oro. I think because Oro's kind of like movement is designed to be a bit quirky, he can get away with like weird looking normals like that more easily than Cody. Cody's stands out to me especially because of how different it looks to the rest of his movements.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that was actually pretty cheap. Didn't get anything big from it. Nice tech here. That standing.
So this is, I think this is the first time we see this. This is Stan Roundhouse from Oro. This was one of his best buttons in Third Strike. Look at this fucking content creator. Subscribe and hit the bell. Do not subscribe to this guy and do not hit the bell because he's covering up the gameplay footage with his stupid fucking overlay.
From a nice tech here, that standing heavy kick. If you notice, Oro's dash is very reminiscent of the Third Strike game. It's really fast, low to the ground, and you can see him crouching.
Oh, and this was another thing. They kept putting these things on the screen. I hope you guys were all enjoying the gameplay. Let's just also shove in some random tweets at the bottom.
Standing heavy kick once again.
That heavy kick is so far out there. Forward throw now.
Yeah, that button looks really good. That's either stand medium punch or forward medium punch. Long range, fairly fast, and it's special cancelable. And juggles on air hit. So he drops the combo here, but he could have got a combo off this. We saw in the earlier trailer, charge stand fierce is special cancelable.
And we haven't seen any of like the Yagadama setups yet, but we're gonna see at least.
And this is another thing. This is easy to miss. I don't think this is shown anywhere hitting, but you see the whiff here. Oro has an air grab. We don't see the actual animation for it anywhere, but that's a good thing. Air grabs in general are nice, especially if they give Oki. Let me just go back a few frames. I think he tries to do like instant air throw back here, but this is an air throw, which is cool. Oki is a big thing, yeah. Getting Oki off air throws is like huge. But even still, just having an air grab is very useful in this game, especially if you've got like a backwards air grab to be able to side switch.
But we're gonna see at least
But that's cool.
side switch there from Akira, trying to keep the pressure. Here's an activation for the trigger. You're gonna see a lot of damage.
It's a shame that every single piece of footage of actual like match gameplay is almost exclusively Oro using the command grab, which is kind of boring. Let me see some freeform Tengu Stone combos. Oh yeah, also, I think this is probably the first time we see the fact that Oro has he has the same fireballs he had in Third Strike, because almost every single fireball that was used up until this point in the footage was horizontal. So he has got his upwards fireballs from Third Strike. So this does add another layer to his zoning to punish you for jumping. Ideally, if someone jumps into this, you can like dash in and medium punch, or like chicken wing or something.
I like that up angle fireball. Not a lot of characters in this game have the control fireball. And now this character actually has two options, right? You can get two fireballs on the screen at one time with Oro. Just facing really strong right now.
Weird V reversal.
Not gonna work out. Very specific.
There it is again. I'm gonna like this button. I think I'm gonna like this stand light kick. Look at the range of this thing. I guarantee you this is 5 frames startup. This is like Cody stand light kick. Just again. I'm gonna like that button. I can already feel myself pissing you off in neutral. What if it's 4 frames? Then it's broken. So we see there that Akira's lunge special is unsafe, which I think is pretty obvious. Gets punished with crouch jab heavy DP. This does pretty nice damage. This is literally just one normal into DP, and look at that damage. I assume Akira is like 950, probably 950 I would say health. But for one jab into a special, that's doing pretty good damage. Top left corner.
People thought the character had one arm, but this is an earlier version of the character as in story-wise. So using both hands in the sense of like, that's how strong I am. Oro is so strong that in other games he only uses one hand, but this time still use one hand and supporting the turtle on top of it.
Yeah.
Go back. Oh, his stand medium kick is plus, yeah. We don't know, obviously we don't know exact numbers, but yeah, the stand medium kick is plus.
One of the things I'm looking for also in this matchup
Talked about that earlier.
kind of traverses past any sort of fireballs, but you can see the damage output she has when she locks you in the corner, right? It kind of reminiscent of Karen, but this is what I wanted to see.
This is also unfortunate. I was thinking to myself earlier, I was thinking, okay, so when he does the V-trigger grab and he like flings you from side to side, maybe if you do it with your back to the wall, you might get Oki off it. You know like how Ken's back throw, certain back throws in this game give you Oki if you do them with your back to the wall, because the game has nowhere to push you back. Look what happens to Oro after he does cornered command grab here. He does the command grab and then like he's like point blank, and the game the game just warps him all the way back out to full screen. It kind of looks a bit rough, that animation. So you're definitely not getting Oki anywhere off the command grab, even with the back to the wall.
Once again, using that V skill, we talked about this, that V trigger, excuse me, just to keep the pressure going. And we saw in the video that can be used to press the block pressure as well. Just go for a nice follow-up.
So the thing is, we even know from the previous footage, this is not max damage. He does EX kick into DP into the command grab, but we saw in the earlier footage you can do stand medium punch after the EX kick, and then you could do that into. Come to think of it, is Oro might have some fucked up charge buffering stuff, because you might have to do a standing normal into a charge down up uppercut. That might be a big part of Oro's combos. So like, it's not that hard in Street Fighter 5 to do standing normals into like Urian, for example, doing like stand medium punch into headbutt. That might be a key part of his combos. But you can definitely get more than this off that combo starter.
Oh, nice. Get out of there. Yeah, that V shift was really smart at that range. We've noticed that Oro has some pretty strong normals. That light kick stopped the...
Look at that hitbox, man. Look at the state of this fucking special. Oh, you're just minding your own business. You're minding your own business in neutral against Akira, planning your next move. You're 75% of the screen away. Look at the spacing here. Look at this separation distance. And then she just decides to cash in one bar. I guarantee you this thing has like no hurt box anywhere in front of it. She just blasts you from three-quarters screen. Oh, man. Whoa, hold on. Hang on, there was a thing that was like 8 minutes of Oro gameplay. What was that? Is there more that I haven't seen? Or is this just like all of the Oro stuff compiled? I'm definitely not going to PayPal you for footage that you ripped, buddy. The fucking cheek of these content aggregators on YouTube, not only stealing footage for their own channel, but also putting PayPal links in it. Jesus Christ. Wait, is this... I think this is probably just all of the stuff we've already seen. Yeah, this is... I think we've covered everything. Yeah. Alright. So, let me summarize. Because this is... I said this was going to be a short stream today, because I've got a... there's a builder working at my house, and he's going to start, like, hammering and stuff soon. I tried installing that NVIDIA noise reduction thing, but it was causing weird desyncs between my microphone feed and my webcam feed, which I was having issues with. So I'm only doing a short stream today just to go over that stuff. But my general feelings on the summer update was that the character stuff was all really good. Oro looks really fun. I'm very excited to try him. On the day that Oro releases, I'm going to be streaming a new account to master rank with Oro, and then probably once that's done, I'll then do another one with Akira afterwards. So my streams are going to be like nothing but Street Fighter, starting from the I think the 13th the characters come out. Or is it the 13th or the 16th? One of the two. So I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously, the biggest thing that wasn't shown at the summer update was there was nothing about the netcode. I didn't think there would be. I thought there was maybe like a 0.01% chance they would do something about the netcode. But obviously they didn't. I think we have to accept that Street Fighter V is going to be like this forever at this point. It's just too late in the game. But Luke, all of the ways they describe Luke seem to be heavily suggesting that he's going to be either the main character or an important character in Street Fighter 6. Luke's existence is basically a soft confirmation by Capcom that Street Fighter 6 is in development. It's not an official, like, we are making this, and we've known for quite some time, based on like leaks and stuff, that SF6 in some capacity exists. But the way that they've announced Luke is pretty much the first like actual official Capcom statement about the future of Street Fighter. They already put the groundwork in during Rose's story mode. Rose's story mode heavily hints about the future of the Street Fighter series, and then they immediately follow it up with the Luke trailer. So they're definitely setting up the groundwork now for Street Fighter 6, which is exciting. It's nice to have stuff to look forward to. It's nice to feel like there's always the game in the series is still alive. I don't want to be stuck in a this is the last Street Fighter we're ever going to be playing situation. So I think Oro looks really cool. I think Akira looks cool, but she's definitely not my kind of character. I can appreciate her moves and the style that she has, but I have a very strict kind of character that I like. I like weird characters. I like unorthodox characters, the kinds that people hover over on the character select screen and go, ugh. That's my ideal character. If you hand over Street Fighter to someone who's never played a fighting game and ask them to like run through the character select screen and just give their impressions, once they hover over any character and go, what the fuck? That's probably my character. And I still have absolutely no idea what to make of Luke. From a gameplay perspective, I have no idea. We'll get a full Luke trailer in like November, I think, so I'll go over that at the time.